I do not mean this shape. I do not mean this shape. I do not mean this shape. I just want a line. Oh, that wasn't a line. That's a line. Something like that. Do not put all the wiggles in there. That does not come until college algebra, so you're not going to have any fancy pictures when you're doing these. They're just going to be lines.
Those are cool.
I know. I can't wait till you get there.
Get out of her class.
I don't know. I love graphing parabolas. They're fun. And hyperboles and ellipses.
Hyperboles.
Just the names sound like somebody had a line down here.
All right, so let's start. Oh, there are 3 different ways to graph lines. I'm going to teach you all 3. The most popular one we don't do until tomorrow. So if you don't know how to do it, you better make sure you're here tomorrow because that's the last day we do graphing. So the first way is identifying 3 ordered pairs, which technically we've already done in 4.1, but I'm going to do it again so you can see how it works. Identifying 3 ordered pairs and plotting each point. So that's the first way. We will do that one today. The second way of graphing, identifying XY intercepts. And plotting.
You think they're way in 4.3?
No, still 4.2.
What's it?
And plotting those points. So steps. The second way is identifying the XY intercepts and plotting those points. We will cover that one hopefully today. And then the third one, which is tomorrow, using, and Catherine wants to learn desperately. Using the formula y equals mx plus b. Third one, you use it all over intermediate algebra. But the thing they don't tell you in intermediate, you can use any of them. So if you find you like the second one better, use the second one. So that's why I try to show you all of them so you don't have to be forced into one different way. It just depends on how the equation looks. Sometimes the second one's easier to do than the third one. It just
the
depends.
slow.
Yeah, that stuff.
Oh.
All right, so this is graphing number 1. This is the first way to graph. And that's by identifying 3 ordered pairs. So let me give you an equation. Y equals 2x minus 4. Y equals 2x minus 4. Now, think back what we did when we were finding the missing value. We had a point and we were trying to find the missing value. That's pretty much all you're doing when you're doing this type of problem. You are going to make your own points. We need 3 of them. So what's the easiest number to work with in the whole world?
1.
Oh, easier than that.
0.
0. Let the first number be 0. You're making your own point. This is just you creating it. So, what's the first number represent? Which letter again?
X.
X. So, I'm saying I want my X to be 0, and I want to figure out what my Y value is. So, we've already been through this. I'm going to plug 0 in for X. Some of you can do it in your head. Some of you might need to write it out. I'm going to go ahead and write it. So, I'm going to have Y equals 2 times, what are you changing your X to?
0.
0 minus 4. So Y equals, what's 2 times 0?
0.
0
Minus 4.
minus 4.
Y equals negative 4.
So that is your missing value. And there is 1 point. 0, comma, negative 4. Now we need 2 more. What would be the next easiest number to work with in the world?
1.
So your next point, let it be 1 comma something. We don't know what that something is yet. So this time I'm going to put 1 in for x. So I'm just kind of mix them in here. So I'm going to have y equals 2 times
So
1
it's 2.
minus 4, changing the x to a 1. So y equals 2 times 1 would give you
2.
minus 4. So y equals
-2.
-2. And that's that missing value. Now you've got a second point. What do you think the next easiest numbers to work with?
2.
You can pick anything. I always pick 0, 1, and 2. I had people in the past who are trying to be fun, and they pick like -8, 16, and 30. That's just bigger numbers you have to plot. But you can pick whatever you want. I just think 0, 1, and 2 are the easiest. So my next point's going to be 2 comma something. But I got to figure out that something. See if you can do that one. Figure out that missing value.
So it's 4 again. Takes you right back.
Really?
So that would be your first, just plugging it in. 2 times 2 is 4. And what are you getting as the missing value?
0.
0. So y equals 0. So that is your missing value. Now you have 3 individual points. Your 3 may not match your neighbors. It just depends on what points they pick. They may not pick 0, 1, and 2. But once you have your 3, then we're going to make a plane.
Unless the one for every week, because they ain't gonna say which individual.
But usually people take my advice and use the 0, 1, and 2. All right, so there's my plane. And I'm going to plot each of these points. So I'm going to start in the middle. And let's look at this first one. What would the 0 tell me to do?
Stay.
Stay. So I don't go left or right. And then the -4, would I go
Go
up or
down. Down.
Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your dot. So that is your first point. Then we need to do the second point. So I'm again going to start in the middle. What does the 1 tell you to do, left or right?
Go right.
Go right.
1 time.
And then
And
the
go
-2,
down.
up or down?
Down.
Down. Put a point. I'm starting to see a line. And then my last one, 2 comma 0. I'm going to start in the middle. What does the 2 tell me to do? Left or
Go
right?
Right.
right.
Right. And the 0?
Right there?
Stay where you are. Once you have your 3 dots, you can either just freehand or use your ruler, whatever you need to do, and draw your line.
That's a lovely line.
And there's your picture. Okay. So that's the first way. To me, the first way is more work. I should sit there and plug points in, but I've got to make sure you know how to do all 3 ways. Let me get